everyone, welcome back to the Drivers Room. We're in the Sunday League today. This is season 1 of 2020. We're in round 7, tier 1, and we're at Circuit de Saint-Croix at the A layout in the Porsche Taycan Turbo S. One make race today. And on pole we have Alex, starting on the sports softs, everyone on sports tyres today. So Alex on the softs, third in the championship at the moment on 80 points. Missed last round in round 1. But Des not racing today, so a win today will put Alex in a very strong position going into the last round of the season. In second place we have myself, DJ Rice, second in the championship at the moment on 89 points, 6th place last round, but a strong result today should just about keep me in contention for the championship race. In third place we have Wilco, starting on the mediums, 6th in the championship at the moment on 65 points, 2nd place last round. Great drive at Spa, narrowly missing out on his first tier 1 win. And in 4th place we have MJR Mercer, starting on the softs, 8th in the championship at the moment on 55 points, just inside the top 10 last round, so looking very quick today in this big battery. In 5th place we have Ferdek, starting on the softs. He's 11th in the championship at the moment on 41 points. First podium of the season last round for Freddie, but has missed 2 rounds already this season, so should start moving up the championship table. And in 6th place we have Bullet, starting on the softs, 4th in the championship at the moment on 75 points. Finished 10th last round at a rain-soaked Spa. Got to be hoping for a top 5 finish today to improve on his 6-round tally. In 7th place we have Jules, starting on the softs. He's 15th in the championship at the moment, 22 points. Has missed 3 rounds already this season, so needs solid results for these final 2 rounds of this season. In 8th place we have V8 Vendetta, 14th in the championship at the moment on 25 points. Missed the last round and round 3, so again another driver needs to score well in these remaining 2 rounds. In 9th place we have Daz, starting on the softs, 10th in the championship at the moment on 50 points. Finished 12th last round, I think it's his worst points haul of the season so far, so I'll be looking to improve on that today, and also a low score in round 1. And in 10th place we have Rocker, starting on the mediums on the front, softs on the back, 12th in the championship at the moment on 32 points, missed the last round, 5th place in round 4, still his best points haul of the season so far. And in 11th place we have Mangino, starting on the softs, 7th in the championship at the moment on 58 points, only 8th place last round for his previous race winner. Finds himself at the back today, and let's see if he can fight his way through the grid. But yeah, that's our grid walk for today. Let's get underway. Here we are then, Circuit de Saint-Croix, A layout, Porsche Taycan Turbo S is Alex on pole again. And I've got a few false starts in the background there, by the looks of it, 2 or 3 cars caught out. You tend to get a bit of a chain reaction with drivers when that happens. We'll go back and have a look at that in a minute. Alex cleanly away in 1st place, myself in 2nd, Wilco always just dropped a couple of places there, 3rd to 5th. Mercer up to 4th now, I think that's Wilco running wide. A little bit in the background, so there, Wilco losing out a couple of places. Mangino, a big winner there, starting at the back, starting from 11th, moves up to 7th. Let's take a little look back at that start. So yeah, just re-watching that start. Up ahead you got Jules, Daz, V8 and Rocker, I think, all the guys getting caught out. And so that was Rocker and V8 on the left hand side going first and just setting everyone else off. Mangino just about getting around the right hand side of those guys there. And moves himself up into 7th place, so yeah, big shame there, but at least they got some company at the back. Four guys getting caught out right at the start. Oh yeah, Wilco dropping a couple of places as well as mentioned, but let's watch carry on now as we see Alex just leading everyone through turns 2 and 3. Myself in 2nd could really do with grabbing my first win of the season here as well. But I think unless Alex makes a mistake, it's not going to happen, because Alex is looking very quick in these Porsches around here. And just having a look further back, you've got Mangino's moved himself up into 5th place now, so great first lap from Mung. He's got gets himself ahead of Bullet and Wilco, so Wilco's dropped right back down to 7th place now. I wonder if that's the he's one of the only guys, he's the only guy on the mediums starting this high up the grid. Rocker thinks he's had an incident somewhere. He's fallen down to the right to the back. Daz and V8 going wide there, and Rocker joining in as well. So they're all kicking off at the back here, and that's Jules running wide and just recovering from the sand. That's going to put him under pressure from V8 now, just coming onto this long straight. So V8 gets a good exit and gets the job done around the outside. So V8 up into 8th place now. Move a little bit further up the grid, so you got the top 7 have broken away a little bit after those early false starts. And you see Alex right up ahead of this group, just pulling away gradually. Needs to break the slipstream for myself in 2nd. Got Furdeck looking quick in 3rd as well. Mercer, who's that running wide there, Bullet just missing the wall there. He's coming onto the bridge. And it's Jules and Daz having a little bit of a coming together there. So Daz up to 9th now. Back with our race leader now, Alex, just just slowly extending that gap. I think we're just about in touching distance still though, just need to stay in that slipstream, keep him under pressure. So Alex not the best with tyre wear, very very heavy car. I think we've limited these cars to 2,000 kilos today just to moderate the lobby. It's still a very very heavy car. And a very very technical circuit. So end of lap 1, Alex in 1st place, myself in 2nd, Furdeck in 3rd, Mercer in 4th, Mungini up into 5th. Then to 5th on the first lap. Good drive from Mungs. He's picking up the slipstream with Mercer now. Bullet a little bit further back in 6th, still in contention, and we've lost Wilco somewhere. Wilco right back down to 10th. Let's take a look back, see what happened there. Just rejoining the action towards the end of lap 1. Wilco in reasonably comfortable 7, just getting himself back up to speed. I say struggling with the mediums at the moment, I think. So come around this long right hander, and he's going to couple of wheels on the grass. Yeah, there's a back end, full spin, just about gets pointing in the right direction again, and loses the back end again. So I think that's there's a massive crash there. I think Daz made contact with Wilco there. A massive incident there at the back there. We just missed out on. So Wilco dropping right to the back of the grid. Got Daz in 10th with heavy engine damage now. So we just couldn't avoid Wilco at all. Just literally just mentioning in the Discord now about iRacing style heavy damage maybe being a part of the next Gran Turismo installment. But I'd love to see it, but yeah, you can clearly see why it would absolutely ruin someone's evening. 2 minutes into a race and getting absolutely splattered. So anyway, so Alex in 1st place comfortably at the moment, just pulling still slowly extending that gap from myself in 2nd. Looks like both pulled away a little bit more from Furdeck in 3rd. Mercer still under pressure from Mungino in 5th, and Bullet's closed that gap up as well. 4th, 5th and 6th running very close together at the moment as Mungino picks up a penalty. So that's obviously a clean race bonus, 3 points out the window early on. So position's being retained at the moment. V8 needs to start closing the gap on the guys up ahead. So Rocker picking up the pace now. Jules in 9th. Wilco back up to 10th after that incident. Now Daz down to 11th after the recovering from engine damage. Stated out of Porsche already. So we've got the top two here just pulling away slightly. This would definitely make things very interesting going into the last round between Alex and Des. So once worse rounds are dropped, yeah, I think this championship is between Alex and Des at the moment. Say Des not racing today. If Alex picks up a win, clean race, and obviously he's got the pole already, he will yeah, be in a very strong position going into the final round. So they're looking good at the moment. Tyre wear not too much of an issue. So Freddie's just dropping back a little bit now, falling into the path of Mercer and Mungino behind. A pretty good tyre wear at the moment. A little bit worse on Mercer's car, but he's looking quick, and yeah, right on third X tail now. So they'll all be in each other's slipstream going onto the main straight. Let's have a quick run through the grid before that happens. So Mungino 5th, got Bullet in 6th, so he's dropping back a little bit. You see V8's closing that gap up, could do with say picking up the slipstream soon. So V8 in 7th, looking good at the moment. Rocker in 8th, Jules has closed the gap up to Rocker in 9th. Wilco in 10th, looks like Daz has dropped even further back now. In 11th, struggling down the Porsche, and obviously, he just understeers into the barrier there. This car not agreeing with a lot of people. And obviously, you get caught up in a big incident at the start that isn't your fault. It can sort of take the wind out your sails even more. But, Alex steaming away in first place at the moment. It's myself in second, and Mercer just having a look, and Verdict gets squeezed in the middle between Mercer and Mungino. He's run to the outside a little bit there and drops right back to 7th place. And he's just straight into the side of the barrier. So running well in third, just came under. I think he's DC'd. A rage quit there from Verdict. He's running well with third, and yeah, just got sandwiched a little bit between Mercer and Mung. As it looks like Mungino wants that third place now. He's got the inside of this corner. See if he gets the job done. A little bit of a nudge on the way through, but pretty comfortable overtake there. So Mungino up into third place. Mercer retains 4th after Freddie dropping back. So it's a real shame. But, yeah, these two guys still trading 3rd and 4th place at the moment. We'll stay with this for a minute. So Mercer back up to 3rd round this right-hander. Mungino's going to have the slipstream on the straight as we go on board. Braking around the 200 metre mark, I think, in this Porsche. Can't remember, but it's a good entry from Mung. He's going to have a good exit. See if he gets inside of this hairpin coming up now. It was later on the brakes. He just passes Mercer. He's straight onto the grass though. See Mercer just zipping past and back up into 3rd place. So yeah, Mungino back to 4th. All that going on. Bullet should be closing the gap behind. It's Mungino running really wide again there. So you know, only a little bit of tyre wear kicking in on this Porsche, but it's a big heavy car, and compared to tyre wear there, Mungino's doing a lot better than Bullet. So really stressing the tyres at the moment, Bullet. V8 really closing that gap up behind. So just catch Rocker just recovering from the side of the track there. So Rocker dropping down, and I think he was right behind Jules earlier, or it might have been ahead of Jules. I think Jules was in 9th, so Rocker having a bit of an instant there, dropping back. Jules up into 8th, Wilco in 7th, recovering after his big spin earlier. See what sort of pace he's got on the worn mediums. There's a V8 running really wide there, just clipping the barrier. I think he just about got away with that. Can you slow it down for the next corner? Oh, yeah, this Porsche an absolute handful at times. So top 2 drivers just diving into the pits on the 10-minute mark, so looks like committing to 2 stoppers, as is Mercer. Mungino behind. We'll see what Bullet does. There's Alex and myself just rejoining the track up ahead, as you can see down the end of the straight, and yeah, V8, all the guys on the softs jumping in on the 10-minute mark as Wilco comes through on the mediums. He's got to try and commit to the 1 stopper now, see what he can do, and what sort of track position he gets. There's obviously no fueling in these cars, and it's quite a short pit stop, so not making up any places but closing the gap on V8, who runs wide into T1 after coming out of the pits. Cold tyres. Wilco just puts it up the inside, moves himself up into 6th place. V8 down to 7th. So Jules just coming out onto the and this is Rocker and Daz at the back of the pack. So Daz caught right up now after Rocker's incident, and that's very late on the brakes there. And Rocker having a bit of a nightmare today in the Porsche. Daz moves himself back up to 9th. Fresh tyres now, see if we can get his head down and get some sort of result from this today. Rocker picking up damage there. He's on the worn mediums at the back of the pack now, so he's going to have he's got a long 20 minutes to try and recover from that. Back with our leader now, Alex, just on the 12-minute mark. Just running away with this race at the moment. 3:22 last lap, fastest lap. 3:23 for myself. Not only a second a lap slower-ish, but yeah, just consistent driving from Alex at the moment, just stretching that lead. And as I say, this really will make things interesting going into the final round of the season. Alex coming onto the bridge on lap 4. About 5 or 6 seconds behind now by the looks of it. Myself in 2nd. Comfortable gap to 3rd now after coming together with Mercer, Mungino and Furdeck. But a bit of a gap between Mercer and Mungino now. Obviously Mungino running a little bit wide at the hairpin, and yeah, losing a bit of time after that incident. See if he can close that gap up to 3rd place Mercer as this race goes on. Bullet in 6th place. So then break this, just glowing red hot, trying to slow this 2-ton Tessie down. Not a bad handling car for an all-electric, and does perform sort of pretty well. That's that's similar. That's where he's got to avoid that part of the wall there, and he does. That little sticky out bit of the wall. As I say, that's where Wilco went wide earlier in the race. Recovers a little bit better. He just retained it, runs wide again. That series of corners catching a couple of people out this race. Wilco back up into 6th place now. Needed that as well on these on the worn mediums. Obviously V8 really needed to keep it clean and extend the gap to Wilco. It's getting close to the 15-minute mark now. See if Wilco goes for another lap. He does. So he's going to comfortably make it past the 15-minute mark. See if he comes out on the mediums again. V8 down to 7th. Jules in 8th. Daz up into 9th. Rocker a bit further back down in 10th. Yeah, Alex going purple again. Extremely quick driver, Alex, when he's on it, and shame don't see him on the Thursday Endurance Championships. Be interesting to see him mix it with some of the quick guys in Tier 1 of Drsl. But yeah, certainly a very, very established driver in the driver's room. Running away with this race at the moment. We've got myself in second, and looks like V8's just... I've missed that. Let's have a little look back. Yeah, after that slight mistake from V8 going wide on a couple of corners, he did lose a place to Wilco up ahead, but he's got to have so much more speed at this stage of the race. You see the front left of Wilco just coming up to the 50% worn mark, and V8 out on the fresh sport softs. So yeah, he's got the inside of this right hander now, so just biding his time a little bit. See, Wilco's run really wide there. Excuse me, he's coming up to this left hander. Yeah, comfortable move down V8, moving himself back up to 6. And Bullet not that much further down the road. And another round of pit stops to come for most of these guys. We'll see if he can push on from here and make a move for the top 5. Bullet dropping back a little bit from Mungino again. Does look like Mungino has closed that gap to Mercer a little bit. 3:25 last time around for Mercer. 3:26 for Mungino, so I could be wrong. But maybe the 2 minutes this lap he has improved a little bit, but it'd be good to see if he can challenge Mercer for third place. Just over the halfway mark of this race now, and things just settling down a little bit. So Bullet and Clean Air in 5th. Next man down the road is V8 Vendetta, and so he's pulled a little bit of a gap to Wilco already. Probably get another lap in after this, so he really wants to try and extend that lead to Wilco behind, who will be pitting, definitely be pitting the end of this lap. So Jules in 8th place still. Daz in 9th. It looks like Rocker's fallen a little bit further back in 10th place. Rejoin Alex coming up to the end of lap 5 now, see what sort of time he sets. Not quite gone purple there, but within a 10th of his fastest lap. And only about a second quicker on fresh tyres, or the second quicker on the first out lap, first flying lap, should I say. So yeah, very, very consistent drive from Alex so far. Yeah, just doing enough to stay in second. And Mercer in 3rd. See V8 pitting from 6. The early pit stop from V8. So Wilco pitting behind. So see V8 comes out on the mediums. Now he's come out on the soft. So see if he thinking of extending this stint now till for 12 minutes. So Jules has got in between Wilco and V8 as well, so Jules moving up into 7th place. Be looking to come in at the end of this lap, I'd imagine, so do well to keep Wilco behind. So Wilco switched up onto the softs as well. Let's see if he can make this go to the end of the race. Jules running a little bit wide there. Yeah, walk up into 7th comfortably now. So yeah, tyre wear, very hard to defend on this track when you got tyre wear. It's be so much later on the brakes, so much more turning. And you see Wilco just extend that lead as this lap goes on, as long as he can keep it neat and tidy. So Jules down to 8th, Daz in 9th still. So he might have had a couple of incidents. Rock has closed that gap a little bit. So still 10 minutes of race to go. It looks like it's got about half the bridge. Yeah, around about just over half the bridge advantage at the moment. And about a bridge length back is Mercer in 3rd place. Now these two guys probably closest on track, barring Wilco and Jules, but Wilco should be pulling away. Mungino ghosting out there, mate, ditching a bit of penalty, but yeah, these two guys probably the closest on track at the moment, Mercer and Mungino, and yeah, I'd definitely say Mung's closed that gap. 3 seconds quicker last lap. So both of these guys probably pit at the end of this lap as well. Alex just diving into the pits now, yeah. Alex in the pits, you'll have myself diving in the pits from 2nd as well for the last stint of the race. I think V8 and Wilco, the only guys sort of out of sync a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see how that pans out between them two towards the end. So Mercer just going around, yeah, diving into the pits as does Monk. Bullet on worn tyres as well. So V8 6th place at the moment. We'll see what happens towards the last couple of laps. That's how that tyre wear starts affecting the speed. That's Bullet just leaving the pits up ahead in 5th place. So see if V8 can put him under a bit of pressure. He's got the warm tyres. Takes a few corners to get up to speed at least, but yeah, has closed that gap. Come back to that in a minute. We'll rejoin Mercer. Start lap 7. Oh, nearly puts a couple of wheels on the grass there. So Mungino just keeping the pressure on at the moment. Picked up another penalty somewhere. Oh, he just about slows the car down enough. You see Mung's got a better line, better pace through that corner. I think Mercer really feeling the pressure now as he goes onto the grass. This is going to give Mungino a chance. As he's got the inside of this right-hander coming up, as he sweeps it round the inside, gets the job done, moves himself up into 3rd place, last podium spot. Definitely a result Mungino's needed this season after that one very dominant race win at Interlagos. And yeah, see if Mercer can fight back straight away. Have a quick look on board. Just come up to the hairpin. We come up to that very difficult left-hander onto the bridge. That horrible whine of that electric motor. So yeah, nothing doing at the moment. So Mercer in 4th place. Mungino's looking quick today. Great result, whatever happens here, having started at the back of the pack. Mercer getting a little bit untidy there, but still maintaining that gap to Mung at the moment, as long as he can stay in the slipstream on the home straight. Oh, and he runs really wide in the background there. Keeps just about keeps a good speed up, but he's going to have dirty tyres through this left-hander. Does seem to catch a few people out. Just about keeps it on. Well, just about keeps the speed up again. But Mangino nice and tidy for that last section. Just open that gap up a little bit now. We'll see if he can just pull away and cement that third place. I don't think he's going to have enough time to challenge for second, but we shall see. And Mangino in third place, Mercer down to fourth, and Bullet and V8 very, very close together now. Just going ball to V8, it's come through turn one. You get two wheels up on the green stuff. It's a good line through turn one there, good exit. So Bullet as well up ahead. Raced Bullet running really wide, but he's going to have a defensive inside line. He can just needed to hook up the apex there, and V8 takes a look up the inside. Just couldn't really do much about that. Bullet really slow on the in the middle of the corner there, but still good racing nevertheless. V8 back into sixth place. Does look quick at the moment though. Got to be careful with that tyre wear. 5 minutes left of this race to go. Just keeping the pressure on at the moment. Just have a look on board again. Yeah, not really picking up enough of a slipstream there. He's a lot later on the brakes. Just understeers wide. So the battle for 5th and 6th continues. So I think V8 really fancies the top 5 today. So we'll see how that tyre wear kicks in. Obviously all this fighting is going to hurt the tyres even more. So I'm picking up a slipstream down this long straight as well. See if it's a difficult place to overtake at the corner at the end though, because if you take it too narrow you really compromise your exit coming out. So yeah, just slots in behind. So we're just trying to push Bullet for a mistake, but yeah, I've raced Bullet a few times in Drsl, and very difficult car, very difficult guy to overtake. Positions his car really well. You see, just getting the inside there, forcing V8 round to the outside onto the grass. Oh, it clips the wall. Has he spun? I think he spun as well. That's a shame. 3 minutes of race to go, and Bullet just getting away with that. As you see, Wilco just got much more overspeed and overtakes, gets himself up into 6. And he runs wide and just gives that place up straight away. It's tyre wear really kicking in on Wilco's car as well now. Back to 7th, see what Jules can do from 8th place. Slightly better tyre wear, so he can close that gap up a little bit. I think Daz retiring at the back in 10th place. But, yeah, this will be the last lap now for Alex. Absolutely faultless race. Pretty untouchable today. Done all I could in second, but just been averaging a second or two slower each lap consistently, and not really been able to put any pressure on Alex whatsoever. See, Mercer has closed that gap up to Mangino again. And Mercer wants that podium place. Been extremely quick at times, Mercer, this season. And yeah, both of these drivers on their pace today deserve 3rd place. And there should be a fight to the finish. We'll come back to this in a minute. So Mercer in 4th place, looking quick, putting the pressure on Mangino in 5th. Mangino in third. You've got Bullet in fifth, still in clean air front and back. So V8 in sixth place again now after Wilco's incident. Don't think he's going to be able to do enough to close that gap on this final lap. Wilco running wide there in seventh again. Might put him under pressure from Jules. So Jules sets a personal best last lap, and obviously can be watching that lap delta decrease, and Wilco on extremely worn tyres at the moment. So let's see if Jules can put a bit of pressure on towards the end of the lap, and that's Rocco having another incident there. I think he's just waiting for the timer to finish this race. So official finishes, you've got Daz in 10th and Rocco in 9th. Alex crossing the bridge for the last time. Again, similar to what I was saying to Plux, saying about Plux on my other replays. Just having out and out relentless pace and consistent relentless pace even when you're comfortably in the lead of the race. Definitely sends a message to your rivals. I don't think I've put much of a foot wrong this race, and yeah, just not been able to live with that sort of pace. But Mangino first, lost Mercer. So Mercer was putting the pressure on somewhere. Let's take a little look back. So yeah, just coming down this long straight for the final time. See Mercer picking up the slipstream. So he was closing the gap on Mangino quite a bit. So I'll see where things went wrong, because by the time I went back to it, Mercer had fallen right back. So this was looking like it was going to be a fight to the finish for third and fourth. Just come through and just running a little bit wide. No, just keeps it pretty neat and tidy through the hairpin. So it's difficult left hand onto the bridge, so you get a little bit of a bump mid corner as it sort of comes over a crest. Similar to what V8 done a couple of laps ago. Just clips that wall with the rear end and spins himself right around. So looks like it's going to be a comfortable third place finish in the end for Mangino. So Mercer dropping back to fourth. Just rejoined Bullet now, and it sounds like V8 has closed that gap again. Not quite in the slipstream yet, but still a couple of corners to go. I think we've got race winner Alex, comfortable race win, pole and fastest lap, clean race as well I think from Alex, but rejoin this battle for 5th and 6th. So Alex takes the race win. I think myself crossing the line in 2nd place. And Bullet runs really wide. So V8 runs really wide behind as well. Both these guys got to slow this car down for this next corner. And yeah, just about keeps it together. You see, so yeah, myself in 2nd, Mangino with the final podium position in 3rd. Good drive from Mung. Mercer a little bit further down the road in 4th. Good result from Mercer nevertheless, but yeah, definitely could have had that podium. V8 just holding on to 5th place after that. Sorry, Bullet holding on to 5th place after that crash a couple of corners ago. V8 in 6th. Good result for V8. Definitely could have been on for a top 5 there, as someone running extremely wide in the background. But Wilco doing enough to hold on to 7th place, and Jules in 8th. So thanks for watching everyone. We'll see you next week.